So what's your relationship status? Single and ready to mingle in that talking stage? Married to the money? No matter what stage you are in a relationship with somebody, finances is extremely important and should be discussed as soon as you feel comfortable. And even if you aren't comfortable, it's definitely something you have to push through, because we literally go every single day of our lives having to do something with money. So if you're gonna have that special somebody in your life, you better understand what they got going on financially. In this video, I will share some great tips on bringing up money. I may or may not have some personal experiences with this, but I definitely want to help you avoid some mistakes and kind of break through that barrier of making finances less awkward. Let's get into it. Keep it locked. It's Crystal with the Cash Compass. So welcome back. Please be sure to subscribe and like this video. It's going to be some great content. So I don't know where they get the statistic from, and I don't know who they is, but they said that 50% of divorces end because of money issues. We want to be on that good side of the 50. Well, actually, we don't want to be divorced at all, so forget that. So let's talk about how you talk about money when you first met somebody, or even if you are married or what have you. It's really important to know the difference between somebody who has money and someone who has good money management, because good money management trumps having money any day. It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. There are people who have been millionaires and have gone brokey. So don't focus so much on the number, focus more on their habits. Before I got properly educated on finances, I would have thought somebody with a nice car and a nice house, like, ooh, they look good. But it can be the exact opposite. A lot of times people want to keep up with the Joneses, so they keep an image of wealth, but they're really struggling to make those payments. I have seen this with my own eyes, people in very expensive cars, and they're asking to borrow money. I'm talking about you, I'm sorry. So that's somebody who might have good money. Now, people who have good money management could look the absolute opposite. They can have a very average house, very average car, maybe no name brand clothes at all. But if you look at their bank account, they might completely on the person that has all the nice fancy things, right? And it makes sense, because if you're spending all your money on Louis and Mercedes and all these other things, you don't have that much more money to invest and to keep in your bank account. So if you're trying to figure out what somebody has, just kind of from looking at them, if you see they have a lot of expensive things, that might indicate that they do have poor money management, right? Because when I see people who are super rich with those things, okay, that's within their tax bracket. But if you're struggling and saving to make these payments on these cars or these fancy bags, it's not in your tax bracket and you can't afford it. Another way to figure out how people are with money is ask what they do for fun. If you know they're buying bottles at the club, I mean, that's terrible money management. You will never catch me buying a bottle at the club when that same bottle right down the street is like a tenth of the cost. No, I don't care. I will enjoy my birthday with money in my pocket. I don't know about you. If nothing they mention is with investments or savings, you might see that they have a problem with spending. Nothing is wrong with that, because there are people who are willing to learn and spend their money better, but you got to know what you're working with, right? Because a lot of times people are who they are, and if you know you're not the type of person that can be okay with not having money or just keeping up with a lifestyle that you can't really maintain, then you know you need to walk or run the other way. Personally, for me, I've reached a point where money management is extremely important to me, and I don't really want somebody who values material things, because you can't take it with you and it's not going to help you build wealth. I have a kid, I want to have more kids, and that's really important to keep all that money in the family. Another question to ask is how you feel about joint bank accounts. I think personally it's very healthy to have a joint bank account, but also maintain separate accounts. The joint bank account can be for your bills and other things that you guys pay for as a team, and then you have your separate money to do whatever it is that you want to get done, right? And speaking of bank accounts, this is a question that could be a little touchy, so definitely let me know what you think in the comments. But ask them how they feel about bill paying, right? Should the man pay for everything, or should it be 50-50? I think that's a debate that can go on and on for a lifetime. So let me know what you think. But that's something you need to know too, because if it's a non-negotiable for them, like they don't want to pay for everything, but you want someone to pay for everything, you might have a problem. If you are living together and you're already in a serious relationship, then what your focus could be is on the future, right? What are your financial goals? So personally, I'm very big on saving, of course, but using that money to invest, because if you're a saver, you are a loser. If you don't know what I'm talking about, click this video so you can learn why savers are losers. It's really important to be on the same page. What if they want to own a big house and a fancy boat, but all you want to do is own investment properties and buy gold? That's a huge conflict. Another thing is plan for kids, right? Because if you want a kid and they don't want a kid, I mean, that to me seems like a deal breaker across the board. But if you're both on the same page about having kids, are they gonna go to private school? What activities are we gonna pay for? Kids are expensive. If you're making a good amount of money, you're not gonna get financial aid. So how are we gonna save for that? Those are things you need to think about ASAPidly, because if you don't, it's going to creep up on you. Take a nice little bite. Another good question to ask is, what do you want things to look like in our future? What do you see yourself doing? Are you gonna be giving back to your community? Are you gonna be having a nice savings for your kids? All of those things need to be planned out and discussed. But the main thing to think about is just having an open discussion about everything money related. Money is extremely important, okay? I've experienced two ends of the spectrum, and I can definitely tell you it's much better when you guys are on the same page financially. Not just about how much money you make, like I say all the time, it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. So make sure that you guys are keeping as much as you can. If you like this video, then please like this video. It helps me out a lot. You are supporting my channel and it's free. Alright, that is all for this video. If you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments what are some other questions you think are important to ask your partner or soon to be partner, because money is very important. It is the center of our lives as much as people want to pretend like it's not. It is.